Wheels looking clean, man. Sorta. Fitment's alright, but. Alright, y'all. I'm finally boosting this thing. K20a3 with the K24 intake manifold. 70mm throttle body. Hot air intake. I've got boost stuff here. Turbo. Ready turbo. And it's a log style manifold. I got boost gauges, vacuum stuff, intercooler stuff, blow off valve, wastegate, little couplers, whatnot. Alright, first thing we're gonna do is undo the battery, which is not very hard. Considering this doesn't tighten, it just sits in there. Okay, undo the battery, take it out. Alrighty, so I undid the intake battery. So, sorry, out of breath. I'm trying to figure out if I want to take the intake manifold off, because I do have a I think it's Skunk 2. I believe it's Skunk 2. It's a thermal gasket for the throttle body, and I have a gasket for the actual head, where it goes up to the head. But I think what's best is if I undo the headers from these bolts down there, and then do all the oil stuff. I do have to weld the turbo, because it's a external wastegate. No, it's internal wastegated. See, it has the wastegate right here, but I have an external wastegate right here. So in order to run that, I have to weld this flap shut so it doesn't have boost leaks. And they sell little arms, so where you can do this without having to weld it, but I would just rather have it shut all the time, or at all times, that way it doesn't risk leaking or anything like that. And it's not like I'm too worried about this turbo. I don't even know the size of it. It's just a little turbo. You feel me? So I'm gonna undo that. Alrighty, so the way I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna undo the exhaust manifold, get that out of the way, mount the manifold up. As you can see, it's a log style. Main goal for today is to get that mounted up, and like I said, weld the wastegate flap right there, and get the oil lines fitted up and drilled in there, make the fitting for it in the oil pan. And I will not be dropping the oil pan. I will try my best to show how I do it, and hopefully nothing blows up. So yeah, so to get to those bolts, they are they are 14mm deep socket. 14. You can see them right there. It's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-ish maybe bolts. I don't know. So what I did is broke them loose with the 3/8 ratchet right here. Broke them loose. We're gonna get the Harbor Freight Special to finish the job. and just take them all out. I hit the ground, just take them all out. Alright, that is undone. Not thinking about it. Should have undone it from where it meets to the cat first, but whatever. So I'm gonna go down there, undo that. And this is where we will be tapping into the oil sender switch, whatever, for the oil feed. So yeah, gotta get to that, but I'm gonna undo the whole exhaust first. Yeah, that's the oil sender switch, which is what we have to tap into. Yeah, look, not too bad. This is from the old. What I mean to say is I don't really have any leaks. I guess all the crud that you see is just like old crud or whatever, but not too bad for a 22-year-old car. Yeah. Alright. Undid the exhaust manifold. Taking everything apart. Alrighty guys, so now that that's done, by the way, if you guys do not have power tools, this is the fastest I have done this. I've done a couple of headers and exhausts on my car. This is the way to go. This is like, I got it for like 90 bucks at Harbor Freight. That header came off so fast. Deep sockets definitely help if you want to do this quick. Break it loose with a ratchet and then power it off the rest of the way. Definitely helps a ton. So now I think what I'm gonna do is weld my turbo wastegate flap shot. Same thing tool wise, Harbor Freight. I got the cheap, I don't know if you can see it, green. You probably can't see it. I got a welder in there. It's from Harbor Freight, the cheapest one you can get. And like I said, the purpose of this is to weld this wastegate flap shut. I'm gonna be trying to seal this off as best as I can. And the surface area, just getting some welds in there so it doesn't leak. Also, who would have known that the top of your car works so well for your bumper? Holds it real nice. So I am throwing a Grady T517Z, I believe, turbo kit. It's a discontinued kit. Last I heard, it was on the Ep.3, and it made I believe 400, but I feel like that's a little too much to believe it's true, so I don't know, but we're gonna see what it makes. This is the turbo. If this matters to you, like I said, it's a Grady. Yeah, T517Z turbo kit. They made it for the Type S and EP3, but same engine. Toss it in there, should run, hopefully. But yeah, I got intercooler stuff in there, turbo, and I'm gonna weld that. I would like to say I got this turbo kit for dirt cheap. I got it for I traded my headers in for it because the guy who I bought this from needed a set of headers ASAP. So I traded my headers for it, I gave like 200 maybe, I think, for the kit, plus my old headers. And I threw on the headers for him. So with that, I got the turbo kit. So it's a pretty big deal in my book. So, and like I said, this is for a K20a3 with the non-VTEC head, and it's not gonna make as much power as a Type S, but I want to see how much it makes. Hopefully have a fun little daily, because this is my daily. So yeah, I'm gonna throw it on there, see how much it makes, and if it blows up, I'll get a cheap K20a2 or A4, or like a K24, and then throw it in there. But yeah, I'm masking this off. I don't know if this is the type of tape you're supposed to use, but I don't really care. It's not a what's it called? It's not gonna be a perfect car. And like I said, this turbo, I haven't heard the best things about it, so I'm just kind of YOLOing it, sending it. Alrighty, so I have this masked off. Like I said, I'm not too worried about this turbo, but I don't want any slack or whatever it's called getting into the actual turbine. Anything else, I'm not too worried about. I'm gonna try to clean up around the actual flap a little bit to see if I can lay a bit of a better weld. But like I said, I'm not extremely worried about it. You know, if it goes, then it goes. But yeah, welding that. And like I said, I got my cheap Harbor Freight welder, whatever that is, titanium. Ooh, it's one of them little things from Minecraft. And my cheap Harbor Freight welding mask. Guys, please comment down below that and agree with me that these things are cheap, so my girlfriend doesn't think they were expensive, because they were cheap, right, in comparison to other things. But yeah, and weld it. I don't have a lot of space to clean it up, so I'm gonna weld it and then get a compressor gun and blow out all the stuff I can. Also wear the right gear, which I'm not, but I've caught on fire twice and it's not a good feeling, so wear the proper gear. So I got that done. Not too thrilled about the welds. As you can see, not the prettiest. Gotta clean it up a bit more. But if it holds, it holds, right? I gotta clean up a lot of that. It was welding a little too fast for my liking. And just to ensure it stays shut, I welded this where the wastegate hooks up to, and then I just kind of pulled this the actual wastegate off. So yeah, now I gotta clean this up. I try to block this off. That's just excess. I'm gonna try to vacuum all that stuff out, Give the turbo a good clean with some soap and water. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna clean it out. Blow as much as I can out of it, and then prime it. Give it a little spin with some oil, and yeah. So now that that's done, I'm gonna be pulling the oil sender, which is where this is hooked, where my finger, oh my gosh, right here. So you can go ahead and you can see it right here. I'll get a better view. So this is the oil kit. This came separate, but so this for if you're using 10 AN lines, which I am using, these right here with the red, this is a basic Amazon kit. Almost everything is either Amazon or eBay. If you're using the 10 AN, so what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be drilling into the oil pan. So you need a what is it? You need a 13/16 drill bit, because that way you can get a this is a 7/8 14 tap. So you make the hole with the bit, and then with this size tap, you get it started, and then that makes the tap, or the so you can use this style fitting. I'm not dropping the pan, I'm just drilling straight to it. I got the drill and the bit. I'm gonna be greasing up the bit real good, and then just going straight into the pan, and then hopefully the grease picks up a lot of the shavings. I was watching a video on a guy who's done that for a while and has had no issues, so I'm gonna be doing that. Alrighty, so once you're down here, this is the switch. You're gonna want to pop that connector off, and then you get a 24 millimeter deep socket. Pop it over there and just undo it, and yeah, and I'll show you the rest. So my coworker was making fun of me because I had this monstrosity, as he called it. I have another one under, but I'm using it on my ratchet down here. But yeah, because I brought some 3/8 stuff and a bunch of adapters, because I also have some quarter draft stuff. And yeah, he was like, man, you got a monstrosity there. I was like, yep. But this is the switch right here. It goes in the block like this. So this is how it would go. This end goes into the block. You hook up the switch again, and then on the top, so this is how you do the oil feed. This is gonna be into the head or the block, and then this is gonna get hooked up again. The bottom, or well, I'm gonna try to have it like this, sideways, if I can, and then one of these two, either this one or this one, is gonna be the oil feed, and then the other one goes to the oil pressure gauge. So yeah, I'm gonna put some thread locker on, not thread locker, some, Jesus, what's the name of the tape? Where is it? I know it has a name. Teflon tape, yeah, Teflon tape. I'm gonna use this, and then yeah, hook it back up in there. Alright, little update. Started heat taping some of the stuff off. So I don't know if you can see it well. I ended up running the oil feed line in the back, the switch on the side, and this is blocked off for now because my oil pressure gauge, since it's a digital, the back of it, or like where it's supposed to go into there, it's massive, so I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do that. So it's blocked off for now. Now I just gotta what do I gotta do? I gotta do the oil drain. Yeah. So it's the next day. Forget any and all things I said about this oil feed. It's not gonna work because it's too short, and any way that I rotate it, it's either too close to the exhaust manifold, or where it would be, or it's right on the VTEC solenoid, so it won't work. Luckily, I ordered this from Amazon, got here in the day, next day. I ordered it last night. Super clutch. This is a 1/8 BPST, I believe, to 1/8 BPST on this side, and then this is just 1/8 NPT, I believe. But yeah, so I will be using this, and I didn't know you could delete the switch, because if you notice, this would go into the block, and then you only have two options, which would be the oil feed, and then this would be the oil feed, and this would be the oil pressure gauge. So I didn't know you can actually delete it on data, because this is kind of just to show that you have the right amount of oil pressure, I believe. So with the oil pressure gauge and this deleted, I will, I'll be sure to know how much oil pressure I have. So yeah, I'm just gonna do the oil feed up here and the oil pressure gauge thing right here, and then this goes into the block, and I'll be redoing the thread tape, or whatever it's called. But yeah, so far I've done more taping with the heat reflective tape, and this thing is awesome. Like, it's so satisfying to just like wrap it around stuff. So I might do this hose if I can get to it, but if not, it's fine. Get a little bit up here. It's a little sloppy, but yeah, I'm gonna do the oil feed. So scratch everything I said again. This does not fit the threads of either one of these, so I'm just going with the stock sensor, and then the oil feed will be up here, and I have to figure out a way for this to fit into here, or with another fitting. Alrighty, so I got my 10AN return line with the fitting right here. Now I'm gonna mount it along with the manifold, and then drill the hole for in the oil pan for this 10AN fitting, and then we'll start it up and see if turbo spins. Alrighty, so exhaust manifold is down there. There's a turbo manifold. I'm gonna throw the turbo on right now, and then do the oil drain. Alright, so I have the turbo bolted down, the oil feed, I have the fitting in there, the oil drain is down below. I still have to do it, but I will do that tomorrow. It goes into the oil sender. That line right here, you probably can't see it, but that's the oil drain. I still have to bolt it, or tap it and then thread it in. What I have left to do, hook up all the intercooler stuff up. I got the new couplers over there, and then I have to get long enough bolts for the wastegate into the manifold because they are not long enough. So I have to get new bolts. Then fuel pump. I have to decap the injectors. Gauges. Air fuel ratio. Got my sensor over here. I believe this is the oil pressure gauge. And then my boost gauge right here. And then here's my blow off valve. It's a Blitz, I believe SS super sound blow off valve. Yeah, we're getting there.